It took forever for people to get used to the idea of being able to see who you're talking to and like it, I guess.
That shows our age, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm 32.
Okay.
Hey, guys.
That's my age.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Let's see if I can get my video to work.
No, I'm 50 years old. I'm just playing.
Oh, see, I would have believed that.
Yeah.
Am I up there yet? There I am.
Hi, Laura.
Hi. Am I the only
Awesome.
girl?
Shouldn't be. So there's Jordan. Hey, Mark.
Somebody doesn't have a name.
Well, there's Luke, and yeah, there's someone with no name. They probably called in. Oh, they just dropped off.
Hey, this is cool. I've never done one of these.
Yeah.
Welcome
So
to the 90s.
I wish we could go back.
Yeah. Welcome to, yeah.
Never again.
Y'all are probably born in the 90s.
All right. So we have a caller from 713, starting with 713, ending with 413. Don't know who that is. Can you say something?
Richard.
Richard. Oh, there you go. Right. I should have known. It was either you or Jeff.
Yeah. Can you see me now, Kevin? You
No.
can't see me on there?
I see you just fine.
Oh, okay, cool. Good
It's just
morning.
that when you're whoever is talking primarily, it'll show that person.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It does. It pops up.
I think mine's just slow or something. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm just showing a picture of myself, basically.
Yeah. Well, if you don't have your video enabled, it'll do that.
Oh,
What about Luke? I see Luke and a Mark.
Yeah, Luke's probably on his phone, so he's just listening in right now. Luke, just so you guys know, I haven't mentioned it to you guys. He's actually one of the digital agency owners. There he is. He's on his phone.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we'll probably have some other folks pop on a little later. So there's Mark's video.
Kind of blown away by the audio and the video. Everything's very clear over here.
Cool. Let's see. But yeah, next week when we do start the training, I'll be doing it a little outside of my office space here. There is a glass wall that I'll be doing the training at. So I'll be doing it there. We got some folks that are late. In the meantime, Laura, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I've been in the print and publishing world for the last 20 years and recently was laid off. And now I'm kind of starting my own marketing focused company. And I might be one of the agencies too. So if it works out, hopefully I won't have to. I'll be making so much money, I don't need it.
Yeah.
But I expect I might learn from both sides. I love this. I love getting into new technology. My past has been a lot of print. So we know what's happening with print. And this is a new area for me. So I'm looking forward to learning more.
Cool. Hey, Sylvester. Good to see you on.
Hey, it took me a little bit. I had a little technical difficulties, but I got it.
It happens. It's all good. By the way, this whole call is going to be recorded. Once it's done recording, I'll upload it so that we can reference it, especially for you guys, because I'm going to be putting out a lot of information. And so you might have to go back and regurgitate that again. It's like, what the heck did he say? All right. So moving on over. Jeff, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, good morning. I'm out here in Bastrop County. I've been doing insurance really since 2004. I built in between we built a food safety company that trained about 3,500 people a week online. And so I helped build the website, SEO, PPC, manage the operation. And I'm intrigued in this because I like the idea of residual income and truly helping businesses grow. And that's a trick because, like I know with your company, your SEO company, it's very murky a lot of times with SEO. It doesn't work, does it not,
Right.
So I'm interested to know a little bit more and make sure that, what we're doing actually is benefiting our clients and then therefore ourselves and our families.
Yeah. Okay. Jordan?
Hey guys, my name's Michael Jordan. How you doing? I live in San Antonio. I just moved here from Austin. I'm originally from Lakeland, Florida, and grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina. Kind of lived all over the states. Been in the military for a while. Been in the insurance business for about 14 years total. Sold final expense, annuities, investments, some mutual fund stuff. Got into that side and didn't like the volatile market stuff, so just kind of stayed to equity indexed annuities. So I'm real familiar with insurance products and stuff like that, face-to-face sales. In between, when I would get tired of selling insurance, I've worked for multiple companies. I've worked for Yodel out of Austin. Sold a lot of SEO, PPC packages with them. There are different types of programs. Did really well with them the first year, was in the top 10. Got to fly to Austin and meet some people, and really liked working there just because of the technology and how rapidly things are advancing, and a fun group of people to work with. But I've worked for some other smaller companies. A company called Red Ventures out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Probably one of the biggest automotive retailers. So just a lot of telesales, a lot of outside sales as well. I'm hungry. I want to know more about this, and I'm looking forward to learning how everything works. So thank you.
All right. Awesome. Mark, just a little bit about yourself as well.
Yeah, I've been in, I started back in the computer industry back when men were men and giants walked the earth. I worked for a company called Data General, which was back when mini computers were all that we had. There were no desktops and laptops yet. But
yeah.
So it's been a long road for the computer industry. But anyway, I've been for the last 25 years, I've been in medical sales, had my own company, worked for a couple large companies, and then went out on my own. Actually started two companies at the same time, one doing medical sales and the other one doing custom homes. Unfortunately, the custom home market crashed along with the rest of the housing market back a couple of years ago. So I got out of that and have been doing medical sales since. And last year sold my company. So I've been kind of
chilling,
semi-retired since then, but I just I can only play so much golf and watch so much TV. So I figured it was time to try something else.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, welcome to this call. We have two more folks, I believe. It's Sylvester, and then it'll be Richard. Sylvester, could you tell us a bit about yourself?
Oh, sure. Everyone, my name is Sylvester Lloyd. I go by Sly, or have gone by Sly since college. I grew up in New York, both downstate and upstate. Went to Ithaca High, Cornell University. Ended up in Florida because my dad was down there. I hosted a television show. I sold insurance. Another gentleman, Michael Jordan, was from Lakeland. I know where that is. It's like a 20, 30-minute drive from Tampa.
Yeah.
I moved up and down the East Coast. I went, to Atlanta, went to, Jersey, back to New York, and finally decided that Houston, of all places, was the place for me to be, due to my mom's prompting for the last 5 years. I've been in sales. I've sold everything from securities on Wall Street to insurance, obviously, timeshares. I even sold wine over the phone at one point in time, telecommunications. So I mean, needless to say, I'm not afraid of the phone or making presentations, because I've done both very well over the years. I was looking for an opportunity that gave me a bit of freedom in terms of being handcuffed to an office or a desk, as well as something that was challenging. So I think this is the perfect marriage of both of those things, and I'm looking forward to hopefully learning this business. I also have a cousin whose wife started a digital marketing company in Tampa, and she's doing quite well for herself. So it kind of led me to be more curious about this opportunity.
Yeah, cool. And the last but not least right now would be Richard. We have some other folks, but they're just not able to make it at this time. So we're just going to shoot the replay over to them once it's all over and done with. So Richard, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to get started?
Absolutely. Richard Moore out of Houston, Texas, native Houstonian. I've been in the oil and gas business, sold oil fill pumps, pumping just about everything. Prior to that, I was with Werner Enterprises. I was in outside sales. I've been in sales all my life. I was with Werner Enterprises. I sold their 18-wheelers, the big trucks. They would Werner's out of Omaha, Nebraska. They are the fourth largest trucking company in the nation. They take their trucks out of the fleet and send them to us and refurbish them, and then we'd sell them. So I've been in, like I said, sales all my life, and not too much of a technology buff. I've always been interested in it, and I'm looking forward to learning about this and getting involved in this aspect of it and see where it goes.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you guys for introducing yourself and letting me know a little bit more about you. And of course, over time, I would love to learn a lot more about you. I'm very family oriented, and you're going to find out that from me very quickly. What I'm going to start doing here in just a moment is, before we get started, I want to see if I can share my screen. Because I have a video I wanted to share with you. Let's see. I'm hoping that it'll play the audio. Let me know if it plays the audio or not. Okay, so I'm clicking on share. You guys see this?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm still just seeing my picture.
Right. You're going to have to pretend you're going to see this. All right.
Okay.
Richard, but I'll send you the link. I actually uploaded the video to YouTube as well, so I'll give you guys the link to that to play it again. But I'll just play it. Could you guys hear it?
No.
You can't hear it? Okay, so if you guys can't hear it, I'll just send the link later on to you. It's about 5 minutes. It's actually just me walking you through the office space here so you know where I'm at and what we do in here. All right, so we just tested that. That doesn't work out for the video. You can see it, but obviously you can't hear it. So we're going to go ahead and just stop that. If I can just close this out. We'll get back to that in a moment.
That's where you do all your voiceovers right there, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
Is that like soundproofing wall?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
If I can just get rid of this thing though, huh? Okay, so it stopped sharing. All right, back to me. Apologize for that. I was hoping that it would actually share the audio as well, not just the video.
The audio looked like it was way down. You could try to turn it up.
I don't know. I was able to hear it on my end though. That's the thing. So we're not going to waste any time. It's only 5 minutes. I'll send you guys the link to it. In fact, I'll put it in chat, and I'll probably send out an email to you guys as well. That to you. Let me see. Yeah, we'll just worry about that later. All right, so the first thing you guys are probably interested in wondering and knowing about is who the hell I am, right? My name is Kevin Lamb. I am the owner of Outsourcing Wizards. This is a company that I started up, and it's been going since 2011. But in addition, I've actually been in internet marketing since 2001. So I was really young. I was like 17 years old when I first got started in it. And I'm actually a high school dropout. Didn't go to college, but I went into the military. Served from 2003 to 2008. Honorably discharged. I saw Michael. So yeah, I'm a veteran. I'm proud of it. Served my time. I'm actually originally from Vietnam. Most of you guys don't know that. You probably wouldn't even pick up on an accent from me because I never really had an accent. And I've told some people I'm actually kind of jealous of others that have an accent because then they have a little story to tell about it. But I got nothing. But yeah, I mean, I've got some funny stories how things happen. My wife, for example, she works here in the office with me. We met through a prank call. She prank called me actually, and that's how we met. And right after I got back from Vietnam in 1999, we didn't meet each other in person for about 3 years. So it's 3 years on the phone, met, fell in love even more. Years later, we got married.
Funny.
Yeah. Anyway, if you guys want to know more about that, I'll tell you.
Aw.
It's a crazy story.
Before Call ID years, right?
Yeah. No, caller ID was there, man. But she prank called me and it worked out perfectly. She was saying that so-and-so gave her my number, you know. I was like, and I just so happened to have a friend named David, right? She said, oh, David, give me your number. I was like, why would David give you my number? But okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is definitely crazy. But fell in love, got married. I've been married 13 years now, have 2 kids. We homeschool our kids. And I actually mentioned that in the video as well, walking through the office. They're right over here in the other room. They have their own desks, their own computers. They're doing their school stuff. And then when they're done with their schoolwork, they can just relax and watch videos, or they'll do other things. They'll read books. They read a ton of books. We go to the library every 2 weeks, and they'll check out books like stacked like that, and they'll finish reading way before it's time to get new books again. In fact, we're going today to get books. All right. So anyhow, you know, so I've been in internet marketing for a very long time, right? I did it when I was in the military. I was generating more money than my supervisor and my other colleagues combined. They had no idea. They didn't know what the heck I was up to, you know. But real quick story, I was in the military. I was stationed in Japan. And at the time, the chief asked me, I asked the chief, actually, sorry. I asked the chief, how long can I have my wife come over here? Because I came to Japan unaccompanied. And so once I asked him, he said, well, as long as you can afford it. I was like, okay. He didn't know I had a lot of money. I was an E3 at the time, and we're making like less than $1,000 a month, right? Like, what can I afford? She ended up being over there for 5 months. 4.5 months into it, our commanding officer found out that my wife was there for 4.5 months. And he was pretty furious because normally most of our, family members that we bring over, whatever, they're there maybe 2 weeks, right? And I had her there for 4.5 months. So I got in real big trouble for that. And I was brought up to mast, and I was right there talking to them. And my commanding officer said, what made you think that you can have your wife here for 4.5 months? And I said, well, I asked the chief. I asked him how long I can have her here. And he said, for as long as I can afford it. His face just went white. He's like, oh, shit, I did say that. So needless to say, the commanding officer, you know, he said, okay, you're free to go. Just, all right, close this up. Your wife needs to go in like 2 weeks. I was like, fine, that's fine. You know, but I was paying for her to stay at different places. I was paying for her to stay at a house, like literally right outside of base, like 2-minute walk. So anyway, so that's the kind of fun stuff that we did back then, getting into trouble. But I'd made money even when I was in the military, right? Got out, started my business again. I tried working the corporate world for a little bit, worked for another company called Best of Texas for 5 weeks, quit my job. I was like, nope. I found out they were doing fraudulent stuff, and I didn't want to be part of that. And so I wanted to make sure I get myself out, got out, and then I started to rank above others. Actually, it was Texas SEO at the time. It was called Texas SEO. And then within a year later, I started rank above others, which is my digital agency. And then after a few years later, because I created my own software for different things, it just spiraled into different things. Eventually, it led to Outsourcing Wizards because I actually built my own project management system. And the project management system got so powerful that it led me to creating Outsourcing Wizards. And some of you guys may have gone to the website to know what is Outsourcing Wizards. Some of you don't. Well, what Outsourcing Wizards is a platform where other digital agencies, which are marketing companies or web design companies, they come to us and they white label all the web design work, all the marketing work. And on top of that, which is what a lot of other outsourcing agencies are doing, that's not uncommon in our industry, right? But what's uncommon now is that we also provide the project management and also the engagement of their clients, meaning customer support for their clients on their behalf. Just that alone has put us on top of everybody else in the industry, right? But now we're taking it a step even further. We're trying to put a sales team together so that, one, we can approach them and bring them on board, but two, also be able to talk to their leads, their prospects, and close the deals on their behalf, and we get a commission for that, which really goes to you guys, Us as a company, we don't get that commission that will actually go to you. And we will do everything we can to make sure we generate these leads. But what's really awesome is the leads is coming from their own websites, the digital agencies themselves, but also through us, through email marketing, through Facebook and everything else. So you don't have to worry about booking the appointments, although you still have that opportunity, to do your cold calls, and we'll have plenty of lists for you to pull that information from. We can warm up those lists for you, sending out website analysis reports, which is a really nice, beautiful report about their website, how it's performing and things like that, So that's who Outsourcing Wizards is. And I kind of talked a little bit of what we do differently here, which is managing the projects and engaging with the customers. And then the next step, right? So what are we selling? What we're focused on selling is actually the membership to our outsourcing platform. We have 3 different levels. There's member, partner, and platinum. The member one, I'll be honest with you, we probably don't have anybody sign up for the member one because it doesn't provide that much value. Even though it does, it's just that the partner one has a lot more. Plus, we actually focused on that one for our promotional pricing. If you go onto the website, you'll see that the partner level is at $995 a month retail. So it's a monthly ongoing subscription, right? But the promotional offer is $697 a month. And this works out great. We've had people sign up at this price range. In fact, Luke and some others that are on here as digital agencies, they actually sign up at that same price range as well. When I did a test, it was like 2 years ago. I did a test through just cold email because prior to 2 years ago, it was like 2.5 years ago, I was giving away these memberships for free, right? And people were not taking it seriously. They're like, it's okay. They didn't, even though we had the whole solution, the whole concept was already there years ago, but giving them a free membership, they didn't care. They just thought, man, this isn't real. It sounds too good to be true. I don't see the real value, blah, 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 right? So 2 years ago, I decided, you know what? I'm going to charge $95 a month, and let's see what happens. And we did just straight up cold email. Within 30 days, we signed up over 300 agencies paying that $95 a month. Okay, 2 years later, we still have some of those people paying the monthly subscriptions. But the thing is, I saw that, and I was like, man, they're paying $95 a month for a membership that I was literally giving away for free that nobody even wanted, right? So I was like, you know what? Let's raise the price. Let's raise it to $197. They still paid it. $297, still paid it. $497, still paid it. $697, still paying it. Now, over the years, our membership has improved a lot. We've provided a lot more value in there now, of course. Our platform has grown, so we're able to put a lot more resources in there. It's improved significantly, right? But one thing I did realize over the last year or so is that in this particular industry, digital agencies, if they're making a 40% profit margin, they're actually doing really, really well. And I was like, oh crap, I screwed up because I'm giving these partners 50 to 55% profit margins, and the partners, the platinum level, they're getting like 60 to 65% profit margin. And what I mean by profit margin is, to say for simple numbers, out of $1,000 of a retail price for a website, that digital agency, a partner level, would keep 55 or 50% of that, which is extremely high. And I was like, well, shit, I need to change that up. And so I did. I changed it up, and people were still happy with it because it's not about the profit itself anymore. It was actually about the solution that we're offering to them, which was not limited to just white labeling the web design or white labeling the marketing with SEO, social media, etc. It was the fact that we're managing their projects and engaging with their customers on their behalf. That allowed them to grow their business faster than ever, right? But this brings me to, what are we struggling with? What we're struggling with is actually keeping them. We're struggling with keeping these digital agencies, and it's not because we don't deliver on our part when it comes to web design, marketing, or customer support. We're actually really good at that. We provide all that. But what we're struggling with is keeping them because they don't have more clients coming in, right? And that's why I actually went over, I redone my whole website, Outsourcing Wizards. You may have seen on the homepage, it talks about the 5 pillars of business, right? And those 5 pillars are lead generation, sales and processing, service delivery, project management, and client engagement, right? So those are the 5 pillars of business. I found out that, man, if you are missing one of those pillars, your business will fail. Because without leads, you have no sales. Without sales and processing, well, guess what? You have nothing to even deliver. And if you can't deliver on your sales that you just closed on, there's nothing to manage. And if you have nothing to manage, you have no clients, right? Take any one of those pillars, your business will fail. Any business, doesn't matter what business you're in. So it's not just our industry, right? And so I wanted to have a sales team together to make sure that when we generate these leads for those digital agencies, that we can go out there and close those deals for them. And as long as they're getting clients, then they're going to continue paying their membership fees, right? And on top of that, the more projects we get in, the more profitable we are as a company. So that's what we're trying to do. So why would a digital agency join us? Well, first of all, we are providing all those different components, the 5 pillars of business, right? We already provided the first 3, well, technically the last 3, I guess if you could look at it that way, which was the service delivery, project management, and client engagement, right? I actually changed that term. We used to call it client management, but I didn't like it. So I actually changed the term to client engagement because it wasn't about just customer support, but it's just following with them and also just seeing if they need any other services, right? So that was the client engagement. So what do other agencies need? Why would the digital agencies join us? Well, it's because we're providing that solution. And on top of that is providing the other portion of what they need, which is more clients, right? You go to any other outsourcing agency right now, and Luke, are you still on?
Yeah, I am, Kevin.
Okay, tell me, Luke, from your experience, because by the way, guys, Luke is a digital agency owner, right? And I just invited him on just so he can kind of listen in on what we're talking about and things like that. But Luke, from your experience working with outsourcing agencies out there, do they commonly provide, the white label of website design, development, marketing, but on top of that, also provide the project management and client engagement?
No, not at all. That's your responsibility as an agency owner.
Right. So if you're bringing clients on, you're working with another outsourcing agency, and that means you are responsible of taking care of that client. Even though you're providing that service behind the scenes, it's not your responsibility. But let's say you have to be the middleman, right, between you and the outsourcing agency and the client, right?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. So what happens if you need to go on vacation, you need to be gone, right? Maybe some emergency came up, and I kind of mentioned this story with some of you guys before. What happens if you died?
Yeah.
What happens to your business? You're screwed. Right. So with us, and the story was, and some of you guys didn't hear this, was about 1.5 years ago, one of our agencies that we were working with, we got an email out of the blue, and we got this message saying, hey, so-and-so has passed away unexpectedly. I'm now the new owner. And we're like, oh shit, what just happened? Okay, he's gone, he's dead. But we've been working with his business for 3 weeks. We're delivering the work and we're maintaining everything and engaging with his clients for 3 weeks. But this whole time, he's gone forever. Like, he was already buried, and from that point on, his business was still operating. So without a platform like ours, any other digital agency, frankly, any other business that isn't using our solution, like, they're going to be dead in the water when something happens, when they go on vacation, when they're gone, and they're the middleman, right? They lose out on all of that opportunity. But with us, they don't. We're one of the only other agencies, outsourcing platforms that I know of that does this. There's like one other, but I don't know exactly how they work. It's called Vendasta. Or Vendasta. You guys can look them up. They're actually in Canada. But that's the only other company that I know of. Okay. Hey, please mute so Kevin's. Oh, I just saw the chat. I don't even know that Laura said anything. I appreciate that. So yeah, there's like one other company that does this, but I know for a fact they don't offer lead generation and also the closing of deals for these digital agencies. What they do is very different. I'm very confused by it. That's where I'm a little lost. I think they offer like a third party service that you can kind of like loop into your business, and you offer it if you're a digital agency. But I don't think you have to be a digital agency either. But anyway, I'm not going to try to explain something I don't fully understand, so screw that.
Kevin?
Yes.
Can you, the one that keeps popping up is I think someone that's just on their phone with no name.
Yeah, that was Richard. He probably can't really fully mute himself.
Okay.
Richard, I'm assuming you're using like your home phone or something. But if
Yeah,
you're
my
using
cell
your
phone.
smartphone, if you're using that, you can actually mute your phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you could just mute your phone, because sometimes when you move, it'll get the attention. For Zoom, what it does is whoever's talking, sometimes someone else responds, it'll make that person's like profile or video pop up. Okay. All right. So, okay. So that's what's going on here. Why would they join us? And what do other digital agencies need? I mean, they need the solution, right? I mean, without this type of solution, they're going to be struggling with their business. So anything we could take off of their shoulder, if we could provide everything else and they only do the lead generation and the closing of deals themselves, that'd be great, right? They can just focus on that and grow their business and have a delivery. I just want to make sure if I have to sign for it or anything. Okay, awesome. Don't have to. What do other digital agencies need? Okay, yeah, so that if they come to us, and again, I'm very open with things. I'm very honest about things. For example, Luke, he struggles with the lead generation and closing of deals because, yeah, there's no denial in it. He actually has another job right now, and that's the reality. Some folks have a different business or they have a different job, and they're trying to start this digital agency. So it's really helpful now that we're able to offer the option. Hey, do you want lead generation done for you? Great. We have a service for that. Do you want us to close the deals for you? Great. We can do that for you. We'll take 20% for closing those deals. But what's really nice for us is that then now we have that digital agency signed on to pay for that membership. But on top of that, they may be signing up for a lead generation service, which you also get commissions on. And then when you close the deals for them, you also get commissions on. So it's just multiple different levels of getting paid without being part of an MLM. So what are your roles and responsibilities in this? Your roles and responsibilities is going to be mostly talking to these prospects. There's going to be two parts. I think I'm kind of jumping ahead, like how you're going to make money or whatever. But basically, the first part is we're going to sell the memberships to our outsourcing platform, okay? Which is the member, partner, and platinum. We're focusing mostly on the partner level. Michael, you have a question or something? Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so just real quick, I know no questions of your question, but this might be a good question. So, tell me this. So, these digital agencies, like when I first started, so you've been out of that business for
really
a while.
bad.
What?
You're getting cut off really bad. I don't know if it's just me. Is it just me or the audio really bad?
It's bad on this end too.
Yeah, chopping up is breaking up a lot.
Yeah, I think it's on your end, Michael.
Let me turn it down. Maybe that's help.
Yeah, because everybody else is clear. If you need to disable your video for a moment just so it could speed up again, disable your video and then talk. You know how to disable your video?
Can you hear me now?
Well, okay, yeah, we can hear you right now.
Is it better?
I guess so. It's improved.
All right, I'm sorry. I really just I really wanted to try to understand. So this is a lot of digital agencies kind of working together. Or
No. The digital agencies aren't working together. Luke just happens to be on because he's part of my mastermind group. He's
Okay.
not going to be actually out there selling or anything. I just invited him on, and I kind of used him as a guinea pig to kind of talk for me too.
Okay. I hope this doesn't sound silly, but I was looking at like the samples of one of them said request for proposal. Like it was kind of like maybe people were bidding on these. Is that possible?
are people bidding on it?
Mm-hmm.
There's other sites that, yeah, there are people bidding on projects and things like that too. There are leads that we'll be able to get from that, but that's not our primary source. We have other different sources that we're getting leads from.
Okay. And okay, I'm gonna let you. I got a couple other things, but I'm gonna wait.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. No, you're fine. Okay, so back to the roles and responsibilities. Some of you guys may be wondering, like, is there some sort of like quota to meet or anything like that? I'll be honest with you. Like, this is so brand new. I don't know if there's going to be a quota or not. I don't think there is, but in our line of business, I mean, if you're not selling, you're closing deals, you're not making money, right? So you're going to want to do as many calls and as many deals close as possible. So I don't know. I mean, that responsibility kind of falls on you to determine, like, is this enough money, right? You're going to be wondering, where's the money at? Well, this is where the money's at. You know, we're going to be chasing these prospects and clients down in these agencies so we can get them on board. And the amount of money that you're going to make from it, that's entirely up to you. We're going to have the opportunities to be closing $2,500 projects and all the way up to $100,000 projects, which those are really big that you probably can't really take on yourself. So I will be there for you. I will be there with you to do those calls. In fact, probably any project above 20,000, you're going to have to shadow me on. Okay. And we actually have a lot of those potential projects coming in right now. So I'll, pick you guys one at a time, and we'll do these shadow calls. So each day I might have like 3 or 4 of you guys that will shadow me, and I'll have you guys take turns so that I can get you fully trained and understanding how we do things. And each one of those calls, I'll have it recorded, of course, so that others that didn't get to be on that call can listen in on it or watch it and also learn from that as well. Okay. So I think that was the main thing I was wanting to say. We're quickly on that. Let me see what else there was I need to mention.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin, you just did. You were going through 2 parts on our our part of the deal. You did which is selling the memberships. What was part 2?
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Michael. You took me off course there.
I'm Richard.
Thanks, buddy. So anyway, going back to the second part. So the first part was the membership, selling that. The second part was being able to sell the website design, development, and marketing on behalf of the digital agencies. So remember that I mentioned I have both the outsourcing agency, which I own, and I also own my own digital agency called Rank Above Others. My front office, this is what people see, rank above others. But internally, behind the scenes, Outsourcing Wizards is actually operating everything. It's all online and digital. We have staff all over the world that can help us run businesses for those digital agencies, including my digital agency. That's why when clients come to me, they see Rank Above Others, my brochure's there, my desk, everything is themed for Rank Above Others. And that's what they will see, and that's what I want them to see, right? And I use myself to put out there to be very open about it. You go to outsourcingwizards.com, go to my About page, and you'll see the information there. It actually says, okay, here's my digital agency also. So I utilize the exact same resources that any other digital agency has with Outsourcing Wizards. And the reason for that is because I'm trying to make a point. I don't care where you're coming from. I don't care where you live. You have the exact same stuff or opportunity that I would hear in Victoria. I'm in Victoria, Texas, by the way. I mentioned that to a lot of you guys. I don't know if everybody remembers that. It was in the email and on our call that I mentioned. So yeah, I have the same opportunities as you guys do. And by you guys, I mean like really other digital agencies. So that's the 2 parts, right? Membership and also the projects for website design, development, and marketing. So a lot of ways to make money because aside from just the membership, there's also the upgrades to the lead gen services. There's the telemarketing services, and then there's also the agency website. It's only $650 plus $97 a month. And I got really creative, by the way, on how I get you guys paid. Some of you heard this, some of you haven't. And one of those creative ways is, for example, our one of my favorite right now is a hands-free website service, and it's like $225 a month. That's like almost nothing, right? But it's a really creative way to get clients on board paying $225 a month for a 12-month contract. And after that 12 month, they pay a 25 reduction on that. They get a 25% discount. But anyway, it's not a whole lot to pay out on, but over a year's period of time, it's $2,700. And so we decided, okay, what if we did the commission and compounded down into a 4-month payout period for you guys as sales agents? So instead of waiting 12 months to get paid your commission, you're getting paid within the 4 month. So each month you'll get even splits for 4 months, right? So we're taking the responsibility. If that client cancels, we take that responsibility. It's not yours. You did your job by closing the deal. You know what I mean? And many other companies, they'll make you wait out that whole 12 months or even later, right? That's not what we're about here. What we're about is making sure that you get paid as much as possible, as quickly as possible. Because bottom line, I don't give a damn how good our service is. And it's proven. It doesn't matter if we can't bring in the sales, right? So without that sale, the business is worthless, okay? It doesn't matter. Let me get a drink of water. Now, one of my biggest compliments that I got as a outsourcing agency, I don't know if, I think Jordan was the only one that heard this story. No, it was a different Jordan, sorry. So, because I see Jordan 1 right there, so I'm saying Jordan, but it's a different Jordan. So this story, I don't think any of you heard yet. We had a platinum member sign up, and I told you guys the platinum level, if you've seen on the website, it's $1,895 a month, $1,895 a month. We had actually 2 platinum sign up, but that's not the one. The other one is the guy that paid $18,950 a year, right? So he paid up just last month. He signed up and paid that last month. The compliment that I got isn't the fact that he paid $18,950 for his membership. Again, this is just the membership to have access to our resources, right? He doesn't get anything in return immediately yet. It's just the membership. He joins us and he now has access to our resources, but he has a much higher profit margin, right? Now, the compliment is the fact that he's from India. I don't know if you guys understand how big that is. The guy's from India and he's coming here to pay an outsourcing agency $18,950 to be part of this. And I asked him because I was like, this is ridiculous, you know, because he was interested and said, hey, I'd like to know more about the platinum level, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, this guy can't be serious. There's no way, you know. So I got on the call with him anyway and talked to him. And I asked him, so where are you from right now? He's like, I'm from India. I was like, wait, what? You're in India. Can't you just hire a bunch of Indians to do the work? You know, you pay them $3-4 an hour or something like that, you know, start your own digital agency that way. With that type of money, you can open an office, you know? And he's like, yeah, but going through your website, it makes more sense to use your solution because you have it all figured out already. I was like, boom, thank you. So it wasn't even about the money itself. It was the fact that he spent that type of money coming from India, you know, because he could go and do that because it is cheaper to go through that route. But even those guys in India don't have the solution that we have behind the scenes right now because the platform that I built, I spent about $400,000 building up. And it's not even about the money. It's about the concepts and ideas that I put into it, right? That's what makes us different. It's what happens behind the scenes, things that they can't see up front, right? Okay, so that's enough of that. Moving on. Sorry, I'm reaching over here. My phone's over here because it was like a call coming in, so I was just ending the call. So what are some of the tools and resources that you'll have? You'll have access to our project management system. I'll kind of walk you guys through it real quick. I'll share my screen. Let me see. Share. That way you're not just looking at my face. What's the best way to do this? I'll just share the second screen. Let's just do that. There we go. All right, you guys see this? All right, so this is the project management system. From here, I can see the comments that's posted for a particular project. I'm actually logged into my digital agency right now, Rank Above Others. Just curious, do you guys see like your own videos on the side? You do? Okay. Let's do that. There we go. Better. So this is the sidebar. So I can see active projects. You guys can have a very similar view as this. It won't be exact like this, but it'll be kind of similar. So you'll be able to see the active projects that you put into your end. So you guys won't see each other's projects, just so you know. So if Sly, you put in projects for a digital agency, Laura won't see it, Michael won't see it, et cetera, et cetera. It's all exclusive to you. Okay. So we have your active projects over here, and active means the client paid for it. But if it's through a digital agency, it's really actually dependent on the digital agency. We don't start on a project until a digital agency pays for it. Okay, so it doesn't matter if the digital agency got paid. They could be paid $1 million. Doesn't matter. That project will not get active until they pay us. Okay, so that will activate the project. And then here's the pending projects. These are projects that you put in. We're waiting for payments essentially. But even during pending, we can have our discussions in here. We can go to the project. You can see the discussions here too, right? Inside here, you'll see the descriptions and then the services. You'll see the number of days it's going to take, the retail price. The agency will see their cost, what cycle it is, whether it's monthly or one time, which is once. And if they mouse over a service, it gives them the full description of what those are. Okay. And so they mouse over the next one, gives them full description. So you don't have to memorize these things. It's good to kind of know the overall understanding what a landing page is, what SEO is, like just some general stuff, but you don't have to remember what is the exact service because you could just read it off here. Okay. And then the discussions between the agencies and the client or the staff and whatever, you as a sales associate, you'll actually still see that. But you won't receive notifications. Others will. They receive email notifications of this communication. But even as a sales agent, you can still go in here and post something and respond to them as well. We did integrate a GIF, so you can actually post GIFs as well. I'll just put happy. So, you could post a GIF in there as well. All right. So those are the different things you can see. You'll be able to see payments for all the different projects, all the projects that you may have. I don't think you have access to trackers because the tracker is actually hourly billing related, and it's our other staff that sees that. But as a digital agency, I can look at that and see like how much time was logged for a particular project. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go back to this one real quick. So, for example, here, this is a client's view. And I'm kind of extending a little bit. I need to kind of start wrapping this up. I apologize. I just wanted to give you guys a little glimpse of what we have behind the scenes as far as your tools are. It's very in-depth. What we built is not what anyone else has, right? So anyway, as a digital agency, I can see how much time was logged and how much I'm charging that client if any time was logged here. Okay, for content, I, as a digital agency, can control the retail prices to charge per hour. So I can make this $45 an hour if I want to. I can make that $55 an hour if I want to, whatever. And I'll explain the whatever hours another time. It's a really cool feature that we have. It's actually kind of mentioned on our website. And here as an agency, I can see what my cost is. Looking at this, okay, so it's $15 an hour for content. That just means that for every hour that is logged, I make $10 an hour profit. Okay, that's what that means, right? So I, as a digital agency, can control what I charge clients, but I can't control what Outsourcing Wizard is going to charge me. Anyway, so here you'll see the workforce. You would also see it. So with the agency, so with the client, they'll see who's involved, see their title and everything, and they'll see their title here. As a digital agency, I see it as Agency Platinum, but the client will see my company name, and it'll say like consultant or whatever I want it to say. It might say owner if I wanted to say that, whatever. I can control that. All right. So let's see. I showed you guys. You guys know about Rank Above Others, my other business. That's the application. Oh, agency veteran. I'll send you guys a link to that as well. There's a video that I did a couple of years ago. You guys can learn a little bit more about me as well, my background. But this is actually the source of where I'm going to be generating a lot of the agency leads. I'm going to be sending traffic here through a funnel that I've built to get them on board and interested in what we're offering at Outsourcing Wizards. We're not telling them it's Outsourcing Wizards yet. That's why I'm actually using this as a front also. Agency veteran. I'm actually creating a course to teach agencies how to start or grow their existing digital agency. I'm almost done with it. I'm hoping I can finish this by January 2nd so we can get all that going too. Get that in there. And I'm actually going to put it on Udemy as well. I don't know if you guys heard of that. So anyway, that's going to be put together so that you guys can have a lot of different things to talk about. You guys will have free access to the course as well. You'll be able to go through it and learn from it, how we're generating the leads and stuff. The concept behind it, and I'll even tell you guys this now, and when you see the video of the office and the walkthrough, you'll be surprised. This office space should cost $1,700 a month, right? I'll just kind of estimate it should cost about $20,000 a year just to have this office space. That's the lease. I paid $0. Okay. So on my website, my Rank Above Others site, when I say we think outside the box and create result-driven solutions, I'm very dead serious on that. So I got very creative. I got this office space for free. It doesn't cost me anything, really. Made a deal with the building owner. And you guys know, I mean, it's just bartering. We bartered our services. He provided me an office space that literally cost him almost nothing. And we're able to build him websites and do other marketing stuff for him. Cost us almost nothing in comparison, you know, because I'm using Outsourcing Wizards, my other business. And he knows about both businesses. He's totally cool with it. You know, so I thought outside the box. Normally, you would have to pay for that leasing. It's very difficult to pull that off, right? But I did. But that's just a glimpse of how I think. I think very differently from how others do their business and run their outsourcing platform or digital agency and stuff, you know. Okay, let's see if I can switch off. Honestly, I don't even know how to switch away from this anymore. There was a way to stop sharing before, but I don't see the options anymore. It's changed. Yeah, it's changed. I don't even know where it is anymore. There used to be, oh wait, maybe if I, no. There used to be an option at the top. So this is new. Man, if you guys know where it is, please tell me, but I don't see it anywhere. That's stop video, spotlight, hide self view. I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave it at this then. I don't know. But I wrote down my notes here. Let's try to move a little faster because I think I went a little too much into other things. The project management system is one of those tools. Zoom is one of those tools as well. I just got to figure out how I disable that because it's changed recently. You'll have the VoIP system. We actually have a VoIP system as well. Let me start that up real quick since it's sharing my screen anyway. So if you have a computer, most of you guys do, so we're using XLite. We're actually integrating with our CRM along with the XLite VoIP system. And then we're also integrating it with a new chat system. And it's going to be integrated into our project management system. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be fully integrated. And I'll walk you guys through the training next week, December 27th and December 28th. Okay, so let's see, how do you make money? We kind of covered that already. How much? Potentially, yeah, we're actually looking at this as high six figures. And you guys will understand that, especially through the training when I show you everything, when you see how this works and the amount of leads that we'll be generating for this, okay? How are the commissions structured? I mentioned that in an email. Right now, anything up to $20,000 that you generate by the project or something, you're going to get 20%. If it's between $20,000 and $40,000, it's going to be 15% commission. But if it's above $40,000, then it's going to be 10%. Okay. Now, however, I did also mention in there, and I'm guaranteeing this, your first $50,000 and above, you're going to keep 20%. Okay. And again, I'm going to be there with you. I'm going to be walking you through with it. I enjoy depositing $50,000 checks. We're waiting on another one right now, actually. And that's just through my Rank Above Others business, not Outsourcing Wizards. That's a digital agency that I'm getting that money as, right? So Once that clears, and I already mentioned this also, and we'll have this in a contract, all that stuff, you'll be paid within 48 hours. Just as we do as a company, you know, we get paid, and once that clears, we have a contract together. You know, if a client goes through some issues with us, well, we have that contract to take them up on things. All right. And so we want to make sure you're protected. Within 48 hours, once that check clears, then we can get you your payment as well. All right, whether it's through check or for yourself, through wire transfer even. If it's a really big amount, I think wire transfer is pretty cool. PayPal, if it's a small amount and you prefer that, that's fine too. Just know that PayPal does take some fees, obviously, for transactions. So how long before you start seeing money? The way I'm gearing this, because our main focus is initially the digital agencies and then the clients, you're actually going to probably make money within your first week or 2 weeks max. And the reason for that, because it's the digital agencies that we can bring on board a lot faster. Once they see the solution that we offer, number 3, 4, and 5 of the pillars, right? They're happy to come on board. But then when we tell them about pillar 1 and 2, which is the lead generation and sales processing, and they're like, holy shit, sign me up, right? So that's going to be an easy sell of getting them on. The other week, we had like 5 agencies sign up. We didn't talk to anybody. Well, we had a few of them. We had a live chat. That was it. You know, they said they got on a live chat and they're like, oh yeah. What about this so-and-so? And then they just signed up. I was like, whoa, that was fast. They didn't even call in, you know? So what do we have to talk to these folks sometimes? Yeah, so I need to kind of speed up, guys.
Hey, Kevin, I didn't want to be rude. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I've got 11 a.m. conference call.
Go.
Hey, it was awesome meeting all you guys. I'm stoked. I think it's an amazing opportunity. I appreciate it. We'll talk a little bit later.
Yeah,
and
Jeff.
My name's Jeff. Hopefully I'll meet you guys soon.
Yeah, definitely. Take care now.
Talk to you later.
All right. Yeah, I honestly didn't expect to go this far into it. I apologize. It's just that there's a lot to cover in here. And that's why we have a 2-day training next week to go into more details of things. So I need to kind of back out of that. What are the other products and solutions that we're coming out with? I kind of mentioned to you guys as well. For example, the projects in progress. We're doing the print industry, which is our own design studio. We're almost done with that. Our own real estate plugin. So we can offer website designs and also management of properties on there. This hopefully should actually be done today. We're trying to finish it today. And then there's the automotive stuff. We actually are creating a national brand. It's going to be a national car match, which is just matching the consumers with vehicles that they want. And then we match them up with a dealer and we connect them. And then that way we get paid for that. And the dealers will get their sales, of course, and the consumer get the deal they want. Anyway, there's a lot of other stuff we're working on behind the scenes. Is there room for advancement in this company? Too bad Jeff missed out on this. He didn't hear about it yet. But one of the things that I'm going to be doing is that we're going to have a team leader position in about 4 months from now. So like April or so. By that point, I would already know who my top performers are. I'm thinking my top 4. You guys will get to be the team leaders, and you'll get to recruit and build your own team, meaning these are also sales associates under you. And anything and everything they sell, you get 5% gross. So not net. We're not taking out deductions and costs and whatever, taking all that out and then give you 5% net. It's 5% gross. So if they sell $100,000, you get 5% of that. Okay, if they sell $50,000, you get 5% of that gross each month. Okay, so that's going to be ongoing. That's performing. So that's one of the things that I'm doing as far as like advancements and stuff goes, because we're not corporate yet. We don't have all the other benefits and stuff like that yet. And that's actually kind of covered here, but I want to. That's the direction I'd like to get. But we all have to start somewhere. Right now, I'm looking at the opportunity for us to get things going and making money from that as quickly as possible. And then I can reinvest that money back into you guys, because there's only so much I can spend each month. Let's say I make $1 million right now in the first month. There's only so much I can spend. I'm a family guy. I'm not going to go out there and buy these expensive cars and whatever for whatever stupid reason. No, I'd rather reinvest it into the company and make sure everyone that's involved is getting taken care of very well, right? So all that for now, we just don't have those things yet. Bonuses, like for sales, again, I'm actually going to be relying on you guys. You guys are from the sales industry. what bonuses are actually good and realistic? You know, I don't know. Is $2,000 bonus for selling $20,000 a really good bonus, or is that not enough? I don't know, right? So I'm going to rely on you guys to kind of give me that information. I mean, at the end of the year, if you sell like $500,000, should I just buy you a new car? I don't know. Maybe, you know, and I don't see why not, actually. If you can sell $500,000 with everything we got going on, I probably wouldn't mind buying you a car. I'll probably fly over there, take you to the dealership and pick out a car and pay for it. You know, like I want to do fun stuff like that. Just being able to just get to know each other, be friends, a family with each other, you know, and help each other out. In a business industry, I think we are the leading company. And I think we could definitely pull that off. Okay. So and now the next question, how much time can I have off? That's also something we're kind of learn as we go. I think, again, it's about how much time and effort and phone calls and deals you actually get to close that you're making money, right? You don't want to be off too long, but there is still going to be some sort of requirement to make sure that you're active, right? I want to make sure that, because you're going to get recurring income each month. Once you sell those memberships and other subscription deals that we have, you have your ongoing monthly. But I mean, if you kind of just disappear on us, you know, say a month, 2 weeks without even telling us, we're going to assume that you quit. And honestly, then we shouldn't be paying you, right? Like that's just common sense.
Kevin,
yeah.
This is the type of business that you could do from anywhere in the world, theoretically. Like, why would you even, I don't understand. I'm like, okay, you know, even if I went on vacation or if I had to go see somebody or like my kids, if I go up to see them, you think I'm not taking my laptop and my cell phone?
Right, exactly.
This doesn't make sense.
I mean. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could be traveling to Europe and stuff and you still be doing your calls. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
On the beach.
Yeah, exactly. On the beach. Actually, I've taken vacation by the beach and, you know, I still work and stuff. I was going to go, we were going to go this December vacation by the beach, but my mother-in-law has breast cancer. And so we decided to stay close and not go too far, you know, in case something happened. She actually just had her first chemotherapy just on the 18th, so 3 days ago. But, you know, she's saying she's doing okay. She has like 4 more treatments to go, and then we'll see where she's at. She's already had 3 surgeries. Anyway, that's why we're not on vacation right now. Otherwise, I might be out on vacation doing this call with you guys. Who can you talk to if you have concerns? Honestly, start with my staff. A lot of the technical issues, whatever, they can help you. You can call it in. You can call the number on Outsourcing Wizards right here. You can call that number. It'll go to my staff. In fact, Eichel's on this call. She's my day shift manager, our corporate manager. So she's here. If you want to do a live chat, you can do live chat. Talk to them as well. They'll be here. All right. Some of them are from night shift and some of the day shift. But yeah, one of the really cool things, guys, by the way, we operate 2 different shifts, 17 hours a day, 5 days a week. I don't know of any other digital agency that can keep up with us. Me as rank above others, and I go out there and I compete with another digital agency, and I tell these prospects that, hey, our staff is here with a day shift and night shift, 17 hours a day, 5 days a week. And if you need any help from us, you call us in or get on live chat. I know for a fact there's not a single digital agency in Victoria that offers that. Okay. For a 100-mile radius, I don't even know if there's anybody else that does that. Okay. So if I were to go up against another company, I will get that deal. And that's why I actually got the deal with the Victoria Real Estate Association. You know, they could have gone with another company that were charging like $5,000. Instead, I offered them a different deal and I got them. Right. So that's who you can talk to if you have any issues. How to apply, I'm going to give you guys the link to that. Or Aiko, you can post it in the chat because I don't even know how to get back to it right now, honestly. Heck, I don't even know how to end this call. Hopefully. I don't know. Let me see. I just have an option to stop video. But there's no thing. Like I'm mousing around. I don't see anything. I'm looking at my other screen. Oh, I found it. It's on my other screen. I have 2 screens, by the way. It's way over here. Found it. Jeez. Okay. I have 2 32-inch screens. So it's big. But it was on the far left corner. Okay, so I found it. Good. So Aiko, did you already post a link? I can check and see.
Not yet.
Okay, go ahead and post the link for me. So yeah, just so you make sure you guys fill out this application so we have your information in the system. I'm going to send over a contract over the weekend. You guys can fill it out whenever, but hopefully before the training starts December 27th and December 28th. So that's when we start. When do we start, right? How long is the training? It's 2 days long. I'm wanting to do 2 sessions each day. Each session is about an hour and a half. And I knew today was going to go a little over an hour just because there may be some Q&A and whatever. And I apologize taking a little bit longer here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. What happens next is, frankly, I get to work behind the scenes with other things that I have going on, finishing my agency training course so that we have that as a means to get more digital agencies on board. Because my plan is that we're going to offer the agency training course for free if they sign up with our platinum. Not our platinum, but our outsourcing membership, whether it's the partner or the platinum, doesn't matter. They're actually going to get the course. It's going to be retail $295. On Udemy, I'll probably put it for like $195 or something like that. But the course walks them through everything that I've done as a digital agency owner, and they would know everything they need to do to run their business, ranging from opening an office. In fact, I even tell them right up front, I got this office for free. Here's how I did it. To fill the space, it still cost me $20,000, a little more than $20,000, you know. But there's no way around it. You got to fill the space up. So I cover that. I cover hiring staff, interviewing them, training them, creating training. I cover the different service that we offer, how to deliver on it, and then managing the projects. They don't have to use our project management system. In fact, they can't unless they're part of our program anyway, right? But there's other options. Other options aren't like ours. And then it's just the engagement with clients, where to get leads, how to generate leads, how to get clients. So I'll cover everything they need to know. But at the end of the day, they're like, I don't want to do all that. So that's why they'll be part of our outsourcing platform. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where you give them everything. Here's the big list. Like, here's how to build a house, right? Step by step. But do you want to do it yourself, or do you want to hire a company that's been doing it for years? You know what I mean? That's what it's like. Giving them the blueprint, and they'll be like, nah, I'm good. You do it. Okay, so that's that, you know, kind of just an orientation of what it is that we're doing here, how we're going to make the money, how things are coming together. You know, I'm hoping, I kind of just wrote down some numbers, just generally speaking, you know, maybe you'll do like 20, 30 cold calls a day, do 5 project presentations. And by project presentations, those are like talking to clients. Those last like maybe half an hour or something, what it is that you're offering. And I've written out the scripts. The scripts are very easy to follow, very, very easy. Even the script to talk to digital agencies, it's 5 minutes. It's actually 5 minutes or less. If they have a lot of questions, then of course, it's going to extend a little bit. And that's what the first day of training is going to be about next week, is focus on outsourcing wizards. And then the second day, we're going to focus on the training for how we're to present and close deals. Those are the 2 primary things you need to know, right? Because how does the membership work? How is it that these digital agencies benefit? Why do they need to sign up? And we'll cover all those different things, all the different tools and resources that they get, so that you know how to explain that to them. So in all, we're expecting maybe 6 hours of training. Laura, did you raise your hand?
Yes, and you may be getting to this, but is there any kind of CRM system for?
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. There is a CRM. Yeah, so you'll have access to a CRM. In fact, when the leads are there, we're going to put them into the CRM and assign it to you. There's also an appointment booking program. When a lead is interested in a particular time, then you'll also know when that is. You can control when that's going to happen, because you can accept it or decline it and change that date and time to, you know, get it passed back to them. For example, they might say, oh yeah, I booked an appointment for Monday at 4 p.m., but you have something with your family going on. Does that, nope, sorry, Tuesday at 4 p.m. it was okay with you. You know, you can call them up and ask them, right? So you can control that. Some people have asked, like, what's the best times to call? It's like between 10 a.m., 6 p.m., you know. I don't like calling people right off the bat in the morning, like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., because they're just getting started with their day. They have other things to do. They're not going to sit there and listen to you at all. They're like, dude, I got shit to do, man. Back off. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now. If you guys have questions for now, I can answer some of those things. If it's something you think it's more private, it's just between you and me or something like that, you can ask after the call, and I'll answer those questions. You can call my phone. You have my cell phone number, most of you. If you don't, let me know. All right.
We ask any questions?
I'm just getting nods.
Okay, thank you.
Good presentation. It's look forward to getting more involved in this. You know, getting a little further and finding out how it all transfers.
Just to clarify something with you guys, the digital agency plan. I'll pull up a calculator here real quick. With the promotional offer, it's $697 a month, right? Over a year period of time is $83.64, right? You get $1672.80 out of that over a 12-month period. What I would do, because it's kind of hard to keep up with this, but I want to keep with what I first said, which was to break it down into a 4-month period, just like the other service. I didn't say it about this, but I am saying it now. If I broke this down into 4 months, then it's like you'll get the $418.20 each month for 4 months, right? And I want to do that for the first 2 months of doing this. And the reason I want to do it this way is because then we can build up as much money as possible within the first 2 months that will last you 4 months, right? After the 2 months, when you're doing this, then yes, I'd like to break that down into the 12-month period. And the only reason for that is because then it's easier to track. When we break it down to the 4 months, we have to do it manually. We have to manually calculate that. You know, you'll see the recording of the history of the transactions and all that stuff. But we're willing to take that risk to pay you that $418.20, even at the risk of them canceling before the 4 months is even up, you know, or the 6, let's say 4 months in, you get your payment. We got, you know, chump change out of that amount. But we're willing to take that risk because, again, it's all about you guys right now. It's about you making the money. If you're not making money, we're not, right? It becomes my responsibility to make sure that it happens. So just know that I'm very committed to you guys. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you're getting the most money and as quickly as possible. All right.
Kevin, is this a 1099?
Yeah, it's going to be 1099 for now. Like I said, I'd like to get to the point where we do move up and have other benefits. But when we get to that point, you have to be aware that it's going to be like a base pay and then a smaller commission level. You're talking about like maybe 2%, 3%. You know what I mean? Right. Because that's how companies like myself will make money. I would probably make more money back if it's just base pay and a small commission versus paying out so much of a commission on these projects, especially these larger projects. You know, 10% for closing a $50,000 deal or 20% of a $50,000 deal, it's unheard of, right? For projects like that, you're talking about as a sales commission, maybe 2%, 5% at best.
Yeah, it depends on the industry.
Right.
I mean, I made 20% on everything I sold just because I was 1099.
Right.
So
yeah, 1099 is different. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd like to eventually change this up so that it's not 1099. I wanted to make it more official in terms of like, you're hired on, you are an employee here at Outsourcing Wizards, you know, and you're getting these benefits from us. It doesn't matter your age and that you're retired and all that stuff. I want to be there for you guys. All right. Any other questions, concerns, comments?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
So I just want to touch on my previous experience with digital marketing, and I sold a lot of like SEO packages with volume included. It was like a static type site.
You're breaking up again, Michael.
Am I?
Yeah, really bad.
I'll call you.
You'll call me? Okay, yeah. Just call me afterwards. It's really bad. All right. Anybody else? Richard, you have video.
Yeah, I do.
I just noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So you
Yeah, I don't know. I initially turned it on and it wouldn't didn't do it. Then I got off. Then I came back on, and then it was on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I appreciate your time. I mean, if you don't have any other questions for now or comments, we'll just go for now. Please make sure you look at that chat message with the link. Wait, that's not the one, Aiko. Wrong one. I'll post it.
Oh, okay.
It was the USA sales team. That one. Sorry, guys. Ignore the other one. That's for some other staff that we hire.
Yeah. I can't wait to do this training and get on board.
Yeah, man. I am so stoked right now. This is such a huge opportunity, knowing that there's nobody else doing it. You know what I mean? But it's not about just, oh, there's no competition. Of course, there's competition. There's other outsourcing companies. There's people that could just do this themselves, technically speaking, doing all of it themselves. But at the end of the day, can your your digital agency keep up with us, right? Put any of those digital agencies up against rank above others. Good freaking luck, right? Because they don't have staff available. I mean, they can go hire someone. Aiko, I don't know what your rate is that I'm paying you, but let's just say, and it's not, by the way, I'm actually increasing her rate again even more. But let's say we pay some other VA, a virtual assistant, $3 an hour, right? Which is really cheap, $3 an hour. But they work 17 hours a day, 5 days a week. They're going to burn out. There's no one who's going to work 17 hours a day, 5 days a week for your company, right? And yet it's going to cost more than $697 a month anyway. You can't do it. Let me see, 690. Actually, I'm going to do the math real quick. It's 17 hours a day times 5 days a week times 4 weeks, I guess. So that's 340 hours a month, you know? Pay them $3 an hour. It's $1,000.20. So $1,020, right? It's not going to happen. Anyway, that's all. I was going to end it with that, you know, and we'll probably bring it up again another time. These are different things that we can bring up and talk to a digital agency about. All right.
So training starts on the 27th, right?
Yeah, after the Christmas break, you know, the whole company, we're off. December 24th, 25th, 26th, we're all off. And then we're off again December 31st. December 31st and January 1st. We're back to work January 2nd. That's when we're all going to start pushing and calling. I'll be generating leads starting December 31st anyway, you know, because I have to hold off on it with everything happening in between there. But I'll have it start up again for January 2nd, and it will just keep increasing after that.
So we'll get trained on the CRM and everything else that we need to do.
Yeah, you'll get trained on the CRM and everything. 27th is going to be mostly about outsourcing wizards, some of the resources we have behind the scenes, how it works for a digital agency, all the benefits, blah, blah, blah. And then on the 28th, we start talking about the presentation with clients, how you can close those presentations easily and things like that.
Okay.
Kevin, you're going to be sending us an application via email?
I will send it anyway, but I actually posted that link in the chat already. You probably, you know, can't notice it somewhere on there on the screen.
Okay.
But I'm going to send you an email anyway.
Okay.
I'm just going to fill that out, even though you've already, okay.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks.
All right. Take care.
Thanks, Kevin.
Take care. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.